born on a Saturday as well, but you didn't know that, did you?
No, I didn't.
Aries, you're an Aries.
Yes, I am.
And you dreamt you were married to Alan Titchmarsh.
I did.
I've made a living out of giving the impression that I have paranormal abilities, but I don't. In my work, I use a mixture of magic, suggestion, psychology, misdirection, and showmanship. But there are people who do claim to have paranormal abilities. As a magician, I love this promise of a mystery I can't explain. I'm also aware of how easily we can fool ourselves. So while I'm approaching this series ready to be convinced, I am aware that big claims need big evidence. And few claims come as large as those of the Bronnikov method, a psychic program that has its eyes set on world domination. This is footage of students of the method. It purports to show people who are seemingly able to see, even though blindfolded. Some critics say it's fakery, but practitioners say they've developed extraordinary psychic powers, including the ability to see without using their eyes.
Level 3 is extremely valuable for people who have no eyesight.
The founder of the method is a charismatic Ukrainian, Vyacheslav Bronnikov, who believes that his method will create a new Superman, and everyone can benefit. Amongst their most intriguing claims is that they can teach the blind to see, even those without eyes.
Rostov-na-Donu, it's a city in Russia. There is a boy, and he was born without his eyeballs. Nobody told him he was blind, and he can see better than you. Think about it.
We can make blind people see who haven't got any eyes.
I'm in Holland, where the Bronnikov method is making its first foray into Western Europe. For me to test the system, I need the help of a blind person. So with me is British woman Judy Dunk. She's chair of St. John's Guild, a charity for the blind elderly, and has been blind herself since 1995, as she told me when we met in London shortly before our trip to Holland.
It did take nearly 6 months to discover what it was, because it is quite rare. And then she sort of said, right, you'll go blind by the time you're 40. And that horrified me. But blind doesn't mean black, which is what I thought it did at that time.
You can be registered blind, but it doesn't mean that you can't see anything.
Yeah. Only 3% of blind people can't see anything at all.
Judy has limited sight, and from time to time she uses a wheelchair for a back condition. She demonstrates the level of her sight for me by writing what she can see of a word that I've written, held up for her by her carer, Margaret.
It's not rude.
There. Now, I don't know what you've written. What's the word?
Envelope.
Oh, envelope. There you go. That says envelope.
Yeah. So that's
now,
tricky, isn't
if
it?
you actually transfer that to everything that I look at, then you've got some idea of how I see things.
This is the baseline from which any improvement in Judy's sight must be measured. Although she shares my skepticism, Judy is intrigued by the claims made for the Bronnikov method.
Well, there is one phrase on their website that actually states, we can make blind people see who haven't got any eyes. We'll give it a go and we'll see. So, Derren, what do we know about this man, Mr. Bronnikov?
Not a huge amount. He's a very elusive character. He has a real legend around. Slightly kind of Rasputin-esque, I think. Yeah. Our first stop is this former church near Amsterdam. It is to be the first Bronnikov school for the blind where partially sighted people will be taught to see. The school will be run by a blind couple, Jan and Tina Visser. Tina claims to have already benefited from the method. What is your aim for having the Bronnikov Center here?
Well, for the center, of course, the awareness, I think, is very important. And it's a big adventure to see how far you can go. Well, let's go for try and see some things. I already saw colors.
What's your experience of it, Jan?
The same like Tina, with the colors, with colored paper, I told you. I saw it just in front of me, and also with some shapes.
You're talking about actual physical vision when you're saying you're seeing colours?
Yeah, there were colors around me. I was in it. It was completely around me. Whoa!
Fantastic.
It was very emotional.
I can imagine, yes. Oh, that's absolutely amazing.
It sounded wonderful. I was aware of Charles Bonnet syndrome, where blind people can convincingly hallucinate. But was this something else? I was intrigued.
What would you, at a very personal level, hope to gain from using the Bronnikov method?
Well, everybody is expecting me to say, I guess, I want to see. But this longing is not so strong in me because I'm so used to who I am and how I live. But of course, it's so interesting, and that's a weak word, exciting to explore.
Right.
So yes, I hope to make progresses, of course.
Tina and Jan are keen to show me what it is to be blind.
You trust me? Yeah, I trust you. Okay, come on.
They've designed a kind of everyday obstacle course in which sighted people are plunged into darkness and taught how the other senses come into play.
I can hear the birds. It sort of smells and it seems very nice.
It was extraordinary. I could tell, for example, the shape and size of my environment just through sound.
Yeah.
And I was guided through different soundscapes from parks to busy roads.
Very good. Yeah.
It's amazing to notice how much you are noticing without noticing that you're noticing. You know, just to be aware of what you can pick up that you just simply don't bother paying attention to. But also, just an insight into your world. I know that's sort of obvious, but there's a big difference between sitting down with somebody who's blind.
Yes.
And then suddenly feeling very close to you in there and kind of feeling like we're both sort of sharing this, and it's a very different thing. Now I wanted to know if the Bronnikov method's claim of training the blind to see will be fulfilled for Judy when we attend their 4-day course. I've come to Europe to investigate the Bronnikov method, a psychic system which claims to help the blind to see. Judy Dunk, a blind lady from Coventry, and I are in Aalst in Belgium, where we've signed up for a 4-day course in the method. We will take part in the beginner's course, level 1. Although we're here to test the Bronnikov method's claim to create a world without blindness, this psychic system actually sells itself as a method of human development, offering uses in wider medicine, finance, even architecture. In fact, on the courses I'll be attending, only a tiny percentage of people are actually blind. According to the Bronnikov's proponents, over 300,000 people worldwide have taken the course, and it's not cheap, starting at nearly €700 for level 1. The course is being taught by Vladimir Bronnikov, the son of the founder and the man featured in the publicity material. But these could just be simple tricks, and there have been accusations that they're achieved just by looking down the side of the blindfold, or even through small holes in it. Certainly, many conjurers perform far more impressive blindfold stunts. Vladimir has been shown having difficulty replicating these feats when the possibility of cheating is removed. One of the leading figures in the movement is Peter Kamp, a Dutch technology expert who had tried to explain to us how the system works, using a Hollywood-style analogy.
And let's make a short step to the film The Matrix. In The Matrix?
I like The Matrix, yeah.
It's a nice movie, isn't it? It's a really cool movie, and we like it a lot. Because it explains what we do.
Okay.
It explains what it is. Only they do it a little bit slightly different than we do. So we've got a material world. So when we look outside,